This is the race that I care about. This anchor baby cannot become the governor of Ohio. I don't care if it's a Jewish woman that wins.
Wow. How gracious of you. Now, guys, we got to check in with dear friend of the show. He was just talking about me the other day, called me AIDS face, which is just lovely. Nick Fuentes, the far-right extremist and kind of rising sensation, at least online. Hard to know how much it's translating to the real world, but he is going viral for his extreme position against Republicans in Ohio, where you have Vivek Ramaswamy, who you'll probably remember ran for president in 2024, of course. He's become kind of a national political figure. He is a Republican. Well, he is running for governor in Ohio and looks likely to secure the nomination. And of course, he's running against a Democratic frontrunner who is a Jewish woman and is very liberal, because she's the Democratic Party's main candidate. Now, because Vivek is not white and not Christian and has had the audacity to suggest that Americans are Americans, even if they're not white or not Christian, or even if they don't date their ancestors back hundreds of years. He's pushed back on this, what I agree is a kind of ridiculous idea of a heritage American, or some American citizens are above or more important or special than other Americans because my ancestors did this or did that. It's like, you don't get a cookie. You didn't do anything. In the same way, you shouldn't have to pay reparations for what your ancestors did if they owned slaves, but you don't get a cookie for the fact that they helped, I don't know, build the Golden Gate Bridge or something. Like, I think American citizens are Americans. And if you swear allegiance to our country and assimilate to our way of life, you should be welcome here, whether you're white or not, whether you're Christian or another faith or no faith at all. And that's what Vivek believes. So Nick is going after him and attacking him in just openly racist ways against Indians, so much so that he's cheering on the Democratic candidate, who is, of course, pro-abortion, pro-transitioning kids, pro all this stuff Nick says he finds evil, but, you got to stop the brown person, is basically his take. I'll just show you the clip so you don't think I'm straw-manning Nick's position here. Let's watch.
So this is the Vivek Ramaswamy speech. Like I said, I think I'm going to go to Ohio, and the word that we're looking for is denial. We have to deny Vivek Ramaswamy the governorship. This is the only race I care about in 26. It's the only one I care about.
Pause on that for a second. Nick Fuentes says he's conservative and wants to put America first. And with all these Democrats that he would, I think, and in some ways correctly, identify as radical, as reckless, open immigration policies, standing on transitioning minors, promoting abortion, all this stuff he's supposed to care about. His only race he cares about in 2026 is stopping an America First Republican candidate in Ohio, Vivek Ramaswamy, because he's not white, not Christian, and doesn't believe in heritage Americans, which I view as almost a form of like white nationalist DEI. Where they want credit for things that they never did, right? And they want different classes of people based on immutable traits and in ancestry. No thank you from me and from Vivek, which is why I increasingly like Vivek and what he stands for and some of the stances he's taking. Count me in on that. But Nick no, that's the one race I care about. We got to stop this America First Republican from winning. And we have to even support the Democratic candidate, who of course he refers to as a Jew. That's a big issue for him too, of course. Let's listen.
I care about. People talk about, well, we got to keep the House and whatever. This is the race that I care about. This anchor baby cannot become the governor of Ohio. I don't care if it's a Jewish woman that wins.
Wow. How gracious of you. Like, we should talk about that. He is so unabashed in his anti-Semitism at this point. Like, that's the problem. It's not just jokes. It's not just edgy humor, because I am not one to tone police to say, you can't joke about that, or that joke is offensive. In fact, the Instagram reels that I send my brother-in-law are so offensive that when I go back and scroll, half the time they're deleted because of the violations, because we enjoy edgy humor. But for Nick, it's not a joke. He openly does hate Jewish people and women and minorities, and that's evil and wrong. And the normalization we are seeing of that is really disturbing. in just online, right of center Americans, young men, social media feeds. And it just makes no sense, even from its own values of, I want to put America first. So I'm going to try to destroy the America first candidate and support a liberal Democratic woman, even though he literally doesn't even think women should be able to vote, because I'm just that obsessed with race. That's really all it comes down to, is he is just obsessed with race and racism against Indian people.
Wins. The anchor baby cannot become the governor of Ohio, because what kind of message would that send? That sends a message that you could say and do anything to white people. They'll tolerate any level of disrespect.
Vivek has done nothing to disrespect white people. Does the snowflake baby need a lollipop for his hurt feelings, Nick? Really? He's done nothing to hurt white people. You can call him an anchor baby. He was born in America. He's a U.S.-born citizen. Okay, Vivek Ramaswamy. And in fact, he has fought against excesses of DEI and toxic left-wing identitarianism and advocated for a meritocratic society in America. So you acting like he's bullied white people and you're so oppressed, it's genuinely giving social justice warrior, but this time the victim grievance bullshit is for white men. I'm sorry, but your victim card is declined. Get over it. Vivek has done nothing to you. You're just, at some point, you're just racist, and it sucks.
Respect. White people tell themselves, well, I gotta go and vote. I mean, what are we gonna have, a Democrat? You're gonna affirmatively vote for somebody that has told you that he owns your country. Your heritage means nothing. Your ancestry, the struggles of your ancestors means nothing. So what means anything to you? Seriously. Think about it. Your ancestors fought and died fighting the Indians, fighting in the Civil War, fighting in the Revolutionary War, fighting to even have this country. Someone comes here from India in the 80s, anchor baby, on a visa for like a tech company, and says, I'm just as American as you guys. I'm just as American as George Washington. You affirmatively vote for this person. He spits on the graves of your ancestors. What matters to you, actually? He's not even a Christian anyway. There'll be no Christmas in the Vivek Ramaswamy governor's mansion. They'll be celebrating Diwali.
Get it? He's Indian, and Indians are bad and icky. No, they are not. And it's very funny to me because Nick is simultaneously appealing to like the origin of America and founding and heritage Americans and our ancestors, while also spitting in the eye of basic foundational American principles, like the idea that we do not have an established religion, that we do, in fact, have religious freedom in this country and no religious tests for office. That's enshrined in our Constitution. Yet here he's saying that because of Vivek's faith, he shouldn't be governor. Yeah, so you are simultaneously appealing to these foundational American values while betraying them. And I'm sorry, but Vivek is not belittling your ancestors. First off, most people who are watching Nick's streams can't trace their ancestry back to the Revolutionary War. Give me a break. Like, so many people come from previous generations of immigrants here or there. And all Vivek is saying is that American citizens are all equal as citizens. That's all he's saying. He's not belittling your ancestors. He is rejecting your claim that you are some special class of ancestors because of what your great-great-great-great-great-granddaddy did. You didn't do shit. So you don't get a cookie. You don't get credit for what they did. Do you want to pay their reparations too for all the slaves they owned then? Because if you want ancestral credit, you get ancestral guilt. That's why it's so crazy. This is genuinely woke left-wing identitarian thinking. This idea of inherited guilt or responsibility or credit is messed up. We're all individuals, and we're only responsible for the things we ourselves say and do. not what the people we're descended from did. You don't get a cookie, Nick, and you're not a special class of Americans, and you don't get to disenfranchise all Americans who aren't heritage enough for you, whatever the hell that means anyway. And I'm sorry, but you cannot claim that you truly care about America first and Republican and saving from far left Democrat insanity and all this stuff while simultaneously campaigning against America First Republicans just because of your own racism and prejudice. There's no other explanation here. But I think it's deeply revealing of what really motivates Nick Fuentes and why it's so concerning to me that people are increasingly buying his absolute bigoted bullshit. There's no other way to describe it. But you guys will have to let me know what you think of Nick Fuentes' stance here and Vivek's candidacy in Ohio. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe. Remember, best way to support my content is by becoming a channel member here on YouTube to help me keep up the good fight, punching left, punching right, giving you my honest takes and not having to pander to one side like most political YouTubers do. Make sure to hit the like button and yada, yada, yada.